Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and this is Starters Order 7. We continue our US flat save, and we got our first real run for Consuela Blaze. Yeah, we did. We ran the Derby, which was off distance, and Santa Anita Derby is off distance, and the Kentucky, both of them. So, yeah, this is the first really on distance race at a mile for the Acorn. I think that suits fairly well. And like I say, picking up these races, tried to stick with 3-year-old only, 7 furlong to a mile. Yeah, added in the George Ryder, but that could be switched out for the second leg in South Africa because that might suit being a mile one. So the classic after the Guineas, the Derby should be too far by far, but who knows? The classic might fit. And I believe that's on the 7th, so this is on the 6th. We could just change those out pretty easily, and that would be another 3-year-old only race. So we got her set up. We got our 4-year-olds set up, as well as Life Quest. We've got the Golden Slipper. Very big shout to be going for that. But I feel, again, that's just something I kind of want to do. So, yeah, we did run the Derby. We didn't win the Kentucky Derby, but at least we had the shot. At least we had the shot. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And here we are then. For the Acorn. I mean, we are tipped. I didn't think we would be, but we are tipped in one tipster's previews here. Not bad. Yeah, not really too bad at all. Middle of the pack. But the two big money tipsters look to be, yeah, they look to be on Mallorca Farewell, who isn't even the favorite. That scares me. I don't know why Tabin Thanks is favorite. Not high rated, not the best form. Fourth at the Oaks. Only one grade 2, which they have just won. Don't know why they're favorites. Sacra Zero, I can see, sure, high rated, grade 1 winner, few wins along the way. And Majorica, yeah, not great form, but overall some seconds, some thirds, grade 1 winner, fairly high rating too. So, don't know. And then we got a grade 3 who hasn't won since the start of this year and is a lower rated than us being higher favorite. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're being overlooked slightly. We are definitely being overlooked slightly. And Sabina Estelle, and Fedora ID both a little agitated. So let's go for this one then. The Acorn, over a mile. Shouldn't need any jockey instruction, shouldn't need any finessing, finagling, or fussing. We should just be able to flat out fly and finish strongly. So the 1 mile Acorn, Class 1, Grade 1, here at Belmont Park for 3-year-olds upon the dirt track. We're not favourites, but we might be the best horse in the field, and I do think we have a semi-realistic shot here being on distance. So you can see Movie Philly on this near side, the grey now settling in behind Moon's Footbag. We've got Sabrina Estelle, Secrecy Raw, both with us. Mallorca Farewell as well. The whole pack together, really. It all depends who goes. It looks like we're being slightly blocked off. We're very short of room. And when we want to go, we're not going to be able to go unless Mooners gets out of the way. And overall, that never transpired. Now, I feel that was... I feel that's what that race was. It was just the fact that we got blocked off. It never really opened up for us until like 0.3 furlongs from home. And we couldn't really get anything done. I'll take the 7th. I will take the 7th. But I really need to know how much of a difference that had made, because yeah, it's really annoying that it's happening to horses where, like, this is the first time I've actually got to see this run on distance, and I can't judge the horse at all. And it's got us down in 11th. Wow. Okay. Uh, I'm not sure what to take from that. Like, that is not this horse. That's possibly a good run where we just got blocked off, and then just a bad run. But, like, it's really weird. Like, that is really, really weird. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to judge that. I don't know how to take that information and process it to make sense to me. So, really, we're not. We're just not. We're going to ignore it. And on for the Queen Anne then. Big 1 mile race at Ascot. Class 1, Grade 1 4-year-olds on the turf with a very good horse. Couple of Japanese horses coming over in the black silks. French horses as well. Don't know who's good in this field. All I know is I believe in tidal force. And if we run our race and we don't get impeded or anything, I feel it could work out well. But again, against the rail, with horses on our outside and not immediately but in front of us, could very easily get to the point where we are blocked off again. I'd rather just drop off the back a touch and come out wide, and we do get that done in the end. And now 2 furlongs from home and starting to be able to push on the outside. We need the rocket ship. Do we have the rocket ship? Supplementary Sophie in first set alone. Emma's Gazelle. We are coming up strong. We are coming up fast. Is it enough? Is it going to be? We come through. Kanata Dia up into third. Odessa Shan into fourth. The Japanese come strongly. French horse dips off the lead quite a lot. Set alone, not a bad horse. Not a bad horse. Don't mind the way they run that. But Royal Ascot and the Queen Anne belongs to Tidal Force. And we rid that pretty well. We rode that pretty well, Florent Giroux. Just off the back. Don't push up the inside. Just drop back. Came to the outside. Got a clear run. And then just waited and pushed and pushed and pushed. And we got there. And in the end, a pretty big race, a pretty good win. We only hold our 125. That's slightly disappointing. But yeah, it is another win. I need to stop thinking about the 140s entirely. That's another win. It's 14 Grade 1 wins for Tribal Force with so many races left. What's that? We can get up to 22. Like, yeah, that would be fantastic to get to 20. So, don't mind that. Now the Prince of Wales back at Ascot. It's a solid field, a really solid field. Damage has been one of the surprises, realistically, of this, where I didn't know how good they were, and they've been a little up and down somewhere, but good horse. Some real difficult competition, like I say. And we are out on the inside fairly well, but Damager does like to go towards the back, so we could end up getting blocked off again. So we'll see kind of how that plays out. Allegra Briefs and Dingan Mountain, not two horses I'm aware of. Up ahead of us, Sulatama Abalai, we've seen once or twice, but Frankie Hauer is a danger on the outside. Head Pecan in second place, and then Jacaro Vintage up front. So 3 big, real danger horses. We're coming off the bend. We do have a clear run at this. And down now then from 1.5 furlong. Here comes Frankie Hauer on our inside. On the outside, Head Pecan dropping off on the inside, but Allegrali is coming through. It doesn't look like we've got the push. And Zulatami Abuta, we've only seen once or twice. Looks like they're going to take this. And Dinga Mountain, we don't know at all, comes from the back. I don't recognize that horse. Over from Australia, and yeah, I don't think we would have raced against them much. And I don't recognize them. That was a good run from them. They definitely get pinned. Hawa, very good horse. So close recently to a lot of these grade ones. Sultama Abulai or Abu Ali. Um yeah, no idea what this horse is, who this horse is, where this horse has been. Just not running in races that we run. Or just not doing anything in races that we've won. But for some reason came really good here. We weren't that far off the front. We ran okay. But it is sort of a little hit and miss this season, isn't it? Some big race wins, some close others. We just, I don't know. We just seem to be a little up and down. I was kind of expecting not to win that race really, but like expecting us to go on a bit of a run. Had a little stumble, maybe we get up, maybe we, we get out this form, a couple of wins, maybe we keep winning. But a little up and down. Title Force, a little up and down. Both been unlucky in different runs, so is Promised Princess, but she's back to being the best 4-year-old, despite being the worst 4-year-old after that first run. She is 3 of 3. And yeah, that's really interesting to me. That is really interesting to me. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly who Damager is. And it just doesn't feel like they're fully where we want them to be. Really interesting. Really interesting. But still a good horse. Still good runs. Blue Triangle, okay. Dune Trusted is tipped. We are a little lazy. That could be okay. The favourite is slightly agitated. Stance Events carrying a little condition. Bob's got a horse in with Braveheart that looks okay. Is a grade 2. We should win. I think we're the best horse. We're the highest rated. We're the grade 1. But yeah, Blue Triangle. Who knows? Who knows? First leg of the South African Triple Crown at Kenilworth, the Forest Cape Guineas. 1 mile race for Class 1, Grade 1 over this mile on the turf in South Africa. 3-year-olds only run, of course, in the Triple Crown. And this leads to the classic not too far distant future, 2 weeks' time, which we could also run if we do okay in this one. Blaze on the inside, comes up the gates fairly well, and will settle in among the back runners here. Dune Trusted is also in this group, right alongside us, moving up ahead now with Church Lawnay on the outside and Satindra Braveheart, Bob Baffert's horse, in those maroon silks. We're going up the inside of Stance Event, up to St. John Long as well. Dune on the outside. Everybody's got to run. Everyone's got to lane. Indisland is there. Half a furlong from home then. We are driving from the line. Dune Trusted, not really in this. The favourite comes undone. And I think, yeah, we were being very much disrespected in the fact that we weren't able to be favourite going into this race. But I get it based on the results we've been running. But Dune, good horse, not good enough back by about a length. Another half a length, the Foco came through strong. And then the other American quite far back. But yeah, we were slightly hampered. I don't think it was for long, but it would have had an effect. That's a pretty good run. It's not an amazing run, but it is a pretty good run. Everyone's going to Rose Hill. And it kind of pains me to do it in that circumstance. But Consuela is not going to Roseville. Because on the back of that, we've got to go to Turffontein for the South African Classic. We just have to. Couple of Grade 1 winners. Looks like Dune will be the only other foreign horse in the field. And to be fair, they've been running a lot of a mile one or just over a mile. So could maybe come and do something. We're probably going to apply the jockey instructions. We're going to challenge later on that one. But, yeah, we just took the first leg of the South African Triple Crown. There's no way that I'm going to back off and not run the second leg. Like, whether it suits or not, I don't really care. We won the first leg, we run the second. If we win this second, we're going to be so far off distance, but we're going to have to then run the third. Because we don't leave Triple Crowns on the table very often. And whenever we do, it's my own incompetence and not just, it's mainly misjudging horses rather than just not running races that we should actually run with them. So, only 3 at Rose Hill, not the 4th. Starting with the 2-year-olds, the Golden Slipper. Yeah. Again, we don't know the field. Blazing Name is here, is decent, should be favorite, isn't. Yeah. 2 of us, side by side. Couple of condition horses. Teacher Child, Little Lazy, Swain Sense. Very calm. I guess our Grade 2 does the heavy lifting for us, but yeah, right now this looks like a match race between us and Blazing. We'll see how it goes. But the Longines Golden Slipper, Class 1 Grade 1 for 2-year-olds upon turf over 6 furlongs. A good start needed here. Blazing Name is in the all yellow with the dark yellow or the orange star, which I think is in the middle here. No, it might be on the far side, actually. On the far side, then, Life Quest will go to the front. Blazing Name almost to the back against the rail. We do lead this out. Swain Riverhead there. Let's see where the challenge comes from. It does look like we will see a bit of a challenge from Blazing Name, the only other horse in picture, but Life Quest is just dominating so far. Got like a 6 or 7 length lead at the final furlong marker, half a furlong from home. Blazing Name not coming closer, in fact dropping back. Gonna drop out and lose second place to Drifting Sultan. What a great run, 66-1. If we weren't sure, that would be your winner, which is absolutely crazy. Blazing Name, I do like the horse. I think it's a fine horse. Probably going to end up watching Drifting Sultan after that run. But Life Quest, 100 rated, a Grade 1, 2 Grade 2s, filled potential, not over racing. I really kind of like this horse. There's a lot not to like, but for its age, high potential, and a high extra speed. Say 3-year-old jump, we get to like 95 or so. we could see another one that'll be like bang on where we want to be for Triple Crowns and 100% potential filled for a 4-year-old season, which would be absolutely lovely. Probably does run a mile. That's kind of what we'd expect. If we could get any more than that, I'd be happy. I'd be really happy. A mile 1, mile 2 would give me a whole lot to play with in Triple Crown races for sure. Don't feel we're quite gonna get there. But that is a big, impressive win. And to be fair, that was something I was worried we were kind of overreaching on. But it looked like the perfect field, perfect opportunity. And we went out to the front, never headed, and just pushed for the line, and we got there. So again, mountain, vintage, post, artful, Frano. We know a lot of these fields. We respect this field. Greg, I didn't realize Greg was in here for a second, but yeah, Mountain just ran well, and Jacardo is a very good horse. Ithaca's a good horse. Greg's a decent horse. Should we win? Probably. Are we gonna win? I have no idea. I can't judge Demolition Damager like that. But race number 2 then at Rosehill, mile 2 Ramvit, Class 1 Grade 1 for 3-year-olds and older on the turf track. And some good horses here, but should we be expecting something? Maybe. But is this the horse that delivers that? Not really. Damager moves up ahead, then drops back to the pack. Ithaca just out ahead of this pack. Jacardo leading us, and Damager is last and against the rail. But a little room, a little window to go through if we want to step on the gas and make ourselves a little challenge. We do step outside. We do find a lane. We pin Ithaca up against the post so it can't really come after us. Jacardo there on the inside, about 1.5 from home, and we are going to take the lead and start pushing out from deep. Dingaan Mountain is starting to make their ascent. We are clear by about a length and distancing over Jacardo Vintage. We are driving for the line. It's going to take something big and special from the field. It isn't going to come. Demolition Damager takes this without any issue. And I don't understand that last race, the way it all played out to this one. We were a little blocked off. There were some issues. But ultimately, night and day, and again, just like this inconsistency from Damager for sure is mind-blowing at times. Absolutely mind-blowing at times. So up and down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Winning the QE2 Cup should mean you got a really good horse, but then like not really, just not consistent, and sadly we've got a full consistency bar, so it's not that. But yeah, kind of interesting, and a bit more promised Princess running here, which, to be fair, I didn't think we needed to win this. But now there's a bit more pressure after the first 2 races, right? So don't trail, challenge earlier. Remember that, because we're only running a mile 4 from here on out. We are over distance. We will be favourite. We'll be high rated. We will be the best form horse. We will be the best horse. There's a couple of fun horses in here who I have seen a little bit. Damo, unsurprisingly, is tipped. So Fiddlers is very agitated. Elsie Bride, Velour Optimist, both could look fitter. Everyone either looks well or is coping well. We're parading well. Everyone else is either okay or fit, and we are lean and ready to go. So I think we're the best paddock horse, we're the tipped horse, we're the favourite, we're the highest rated, we're the best form, best horse. We've got jockey instructions on. We've got the best jockey in the game. There is no excuse not to win this. We're 2 of 2 at Rosehill. And now we've got the Tancred Class 1, Grade 1. 3-year-olds and older on the turf, down under. Leg 3 of 3 for today, a mile 4 ahead of us. Some decent horses, but it should be there for Promise Princess to win. We get off to an okay start, and we just move up with the front runners. Fiddlers and Munlochy on the outside. Tons of Tetu behind us. Bell's Lister. Then the field. Damore's in there. Knockwhite, Pennyrock, Ironman, Velour Optimist, and Elsie Bride. The Danger Horse in the black silk with the yellow shoulder band. Not the one in front, but the one in behind just creeping up on us. We are a little blocked off here. We do want to go. Looks like we may be forcing a little room. Fiddlers just went into the rails. And we will see. Does this come down to jockeys or not? Does this come down to being blocked off or not? Yeah, there's definitely some course issues here we can see. But Damore right in the middle of the pack. Nobody really making a challenge yet. If everybody just race evens, I'll be happy with that. Under a mile. Sorry, under a furlong, under half a furlong. Just going towards the line. No late charge yet. Knockwhite just up into second. Over Bell's Lister. Amore came up to fourth. But kind of a weak run from what I expected from them. And Promise Princess does take the victory as fairly expected. That is 4 in a row now. Apart from the Barfoot, which we didn't run jockey instructions. If we did, maybe we do a bit better than that and maybe even have won that. We could have been unbeaten. But up to 12 wins at Grade 1 for Promise Princess. So many others left on the table last season. Very unlucky in 2 or 3 Triple Crowns. We could be looking at as many as 4 or 5 more Grade 1 wins. But things just haven't gone their way. That being said, it's still our highest rated horse. It's our money horse. And it is a horse that just continues to win now. And with a mile 4 for the rest of its season, and those jockey instructions, we should just about be where we want to be and be able to drive out with this. So, pretty dang happy with that. To be fair, pretty dang happy with that. And yeah, everybody's last run is a win. Again, moving back and right way. 21 of 34 from the season. Little over 30 million prize money this year. Career-wise, 90 million and 65 of 128, which is a little over halfway. So if we don't win this next one, we'd be exactly 50% win rate on our career. But we want this one. Terfontaine, the South African Classic, leg 2 of the South African Triple Crown. We are going to be under distance. We are going to have to jockey order it. And we are going to say we don't trail. We challenge a little later. We put ourselves into the mix. Best horse. I would say best form, but that's not saying much. And Stargazer's got 2 wins, even though I do think over the season we've probably run better. Dune Trusted, solid horse, could do something. It's all about now who is a mile 1. And does that overcome our quality and jockey instructions to defeat us? I think that's where it is. More Sweets won this last year. But we have leg 1 under our belt. We have the Cape Guineas. The Classic could be ours. The Derby, not really expecting it. But to give ourselves a chance to run it, Blaze will need to run well. We will be the favourite. We will be tipped by 2. And the 2 that have earned the most money. The one that's earned the least money out of the tipsters goes for Stargaze, which I think is the big threat in this field. 100%. Dune Trusted, keen, slightly agitated. That could come back to bite them. Fulka is very calm. So, yeah, Instrument Looks like they're very good in the paddock. Stargazer, Trusted are the two big threats for sure. Sinja Long could be if they like a little more distance, but I'm not sure they do. So let's go ahead then and see it. The second leg of South Africa's Triple Crown, the classic 1 mile, 1 furlong, Class 1, Grade 1, 3-year-olds on the turf at Turffontein. And they're off, and no, we're off. Oh, that was kind of very delayed from us at the back there. That was absolutely terrible. We settle into the chasing pack, which is pretty much the field. Music Master and Shinu Baby at the back. We have got Doom Trusted on our outside, dropping back. Sinjalong and Kreen and Sizzler ahead of us. Opsy on the outside of Guarib Instrument. And Folka up front. We do need to find a lane to run, and we do need to full send it. We've got a lane, and we are coming from deep, but do we have the raw pace and power? No, it doesn't look like. Maybe a step too far. Poor start, and of course, not really having good lane to run early and going all the way to the back and having to come outside and round just makes that long trip even longer. And we leave it on the table. A good run. Honestly, I do think we should be in and amongst the winners there. But I can see why we didn't. But yeah, a little bit of a slightly poor run, to be fair. But we knew it was off distance and everything else. Trip suited perfectly. Jockey instructions got us as close as we were going to be, I feel. And I will take it. So, yeah, a shot at a Triple Crown. Ran the Kentucky Derby. Not really sure what happened at the Acorn compared to the Cape Guineas, for sure, but I'm happy to win the Cape Guineas. And this was just, again, a touch too far for us. So sticking on our distance, absolutely fine. 3-year-old only racing from here on out at a mile with 1.7 furlong. We should see a good season from them. Don't mind that at all. And it's back to the 4-year-olds. Damager up first. Very temperamental. And as we're just trying to figure out what we can do back to Randwick, not really enjoyed his trips abroad, I will say that. The biggest race he's won was abroad. So I'm not sure there's any real rhyme or reason to it, but a trip down under like this, I'm not exactly sure whether it fits. But again, it's the same field. It's the same horses we're running against. Post, Vintage, Graig, Artful, Mountain, Frano, Hauer. Like, it's just the same horses. And we keep going, and we keep running, and we keep racing until we're told that something's going wrong. The Queen Elizabeth Mile 2 race, Class 1, Grade 1, 3-year-olds on the Randwick turf, back down under Australia. Can we handle the journey? We get off to an okay start on the inside. I'd love us just to go and stalk this one. Just stay. Don't go back further. But we go back further, and we do settle with the back pack. Ahead of us, Juvenile Salam, Zapatista, Sociable on the outside. Ithaca Post, a little clear in second, being caught now. And Jakarta Vintage is there. We are coming up into position, though, half a mile from home. Starting to set up. Frankie Hauer right in behind us. Could be a little dangerous. This little tight turn onto the home stretch, 1.5 then, and we are going for it. Jakarta is going to be caught by us. Dinga Mountain coming through. Frankie Hauer falling back. Graig and Dossier Bound I saw at distance coming in, but they drop back. We do get up, only by about a length, but Demolition Damager does take this. And again, it's one that is a little surprised because we don't always travel well. And we have, once again, traveled well. The Ramvet's not a big race, but the Queen Elizabeth's a big race. It's the biggest money race we've actually run. I would say the QE2 is a more difficult race at Chartin. But we've won that. Now we've won this. We've won the Ramvet abroad. We don't like going to England or Japan. But we also don't like going to New Zealand or Australia earlier on in the season. So yeah, like it definitely feels like Chartin was our coming out party for the year. Here we are. This is the quality we've got. We win the Hollywood Gold Cup, and then it falls apart at the Prince of Wales. So maybe that's true. Maybe we're running good. We don't really like Ascot or maybe Britain. That could be the issue there. Could have just been an amazing field, but it's not because it's the same horses that we're running against. That could have just been a really poor run. Maybe. I mean, I hope it is because we've got the Champion Stakes, but that's the only other one we've got in Britain, and it's at Ascot. There's a chance that goes against us, but if this form carries on, it doesn't really matter because we'd pick up 6 other races and get ourselves 18 Group 1 wins at the end of the day. Yeah. Okay. A little interesting. Definitely a little interesting. The form is not perfect because the horses aren't perfect. But as close to perfect as we've got right now seems to be Promise Princess. Like I say, a very good horse, very unlucky in the 3-year-old season. Started off poorly, a little unlucky in her first race, but has come through really, really well. Albalai is here. Nadris is back again. Vry, we've raced against before. Quantum has come for some big races too. So, back in Ascot, with the best horse, with the highest rated, we're the favourite. We're going to be the tipped horse almost across the board. And we're parading well, very fit and primed to go in a field where everyone's just looking okay and one is very calm. Signs point to positivity for Promise Princess. Here at Royal Ascot for the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. A race over a mile and 4 furlongs, 1.5 miles. It's a Class 1 Graded 1 race for 3-year-olds and older upon the turf in the English countryside, and we get off to a slightly poor start. We're up the gates okay, drop back, and then make our way forward. We're going to drop back, though, a little more. And I don't love all this extra movement we're doing instead of holding position and just running. That doesn't seem good to me. Nadis and Islands at the back, Namid Centre, Abdullah, Knowles, all there just in behind us. Vry could block us in on the outside with Straight Femme right ahead of us, and Lexington there as well. Abdullah comes on strong. 4 furlong now, half a mile. Oh, we push up and then we drop back and then we push up, and then we've kind of given ourselves so much to do. We've got pace. We could come into this, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be our race, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like we've run this anywhere near as well as we can. Not really sure why. We need a rocket ship. We have a rocket ship, but do we have the distance come up? And it doesn't look like that ship is fast enough. It doesn't look like too much is happening, but just consistently as somehow Cabochon Knowles drops off in the final third of a furlong. It's enough. We don't get the pace or the power, but them dropping back gives us that change we need. We do get up, Abdullah into third, and just The most uncomfortable win ever. Ever. I hated watching that. I absolutely hated watching that. Somehow we win, but it was not fun or easy or anything. Um okay. Yeah, a little rough one. A little rough one. Could just be a bad day, but yeah, the way we were running, like I say, every time we sort of dropped back and then we came forward a little bit and then we dropped back and then we come wide and we went back in. We dropped back and we came up and then we dropped back again and came back up, and just every single time we moved, it looked like we were moving more than all the horses round us. And every time we came back, we went up. And every time we went up, we came back. And it just felt like a lot of wasted movement. So I really didn't like that. I really didn't like that. Princess, 13 grade 1 wins. Demolition Damage up, 12 grade 1 wins. Tidal Force, 14. So we've got 14, 13, 12. Consuelo's got 2. Life Quest has got 1. I don't think I'm in any place to really complain. It could have been so much better, and probably should have been for some of these horses, but we've got some good 4-year-olds that are winning some big races semi-consistently. Not dominating, but semi-consistently. A 3-year-old that's taken at least the South African Classic first leg and does have the Irish first leg, New Zealand's 2000 Guineas, Singapore's Guineas, as well as the Golden Rose and the Bondi down in Australia. Like, that could work out quite well. And Life Quest, it would open up if we gained a touch of distance, but I don't really think we are going to. And that does kind of put us in a weird place of not having too much to run. Where are we? End of July. Let me consult. Let me consult. Yeah, we just missed the Moe and Shandong. We just missed it. So the debutante and Futurity at the end of August. So we'd have to run the Futurity. But this is what we missed. This is what we should have run. And it's what we missed. By a couple of days, so I was trying to give them 3 weeks. Should have stuck with 2 weeks and been able to go in, but yes, we dipped down to 7 furlongs for a while. Mid-September, we can go back up to a mile. And then end of September, start of October, if we don't jump. Mid-October, start of November. And then early and end of December. So there are races scattered about at a mile. If we jump past a mile, to be fair, there's a couple of mile 110 yards, but really it's the Criterium in October, the first end of the first week of October at St. Cloud in France, and then the Hopeful in Nakayama, Japan, late December, and that will be it. So yeah, maybe don't jump as a 2-year-old, maybe jump as a 3-year-old, because that will open up the 3-year-old season a lot. Yeah, Blaze, I'd like to jump. Again, I think that would be nice for next season. I don't see it happening. It doesn't need to happen. But it would possibly be nice to do. And yeah, Frangerou back again then on Tidal Force. The Qatar Sussex. Pretty good race, pretty good field. Again, not gonna lie, there's just some good horses in this field. Last year's winners here, and More Sweet Glass is here. A couple of the decent horses, but looks like a cool field. I believe in our horse. Probably don't dominate, but the 1 mile Qatar Sussex, Class 1, Grade 1, 3-year-olds and older upon the turf. And yet we should be here. And then flip, we're at the back, we're against the rail. We all know my feelings on this. Last year's winner is leading us out. Aggravation Idea, Semi-Quiver, Eagle and Vassaria, McCready up there with Frigicide, Tanajid State, Jimmy Bowl. Then us making a run from deep, Cardona Major, More Sweets Glass at the back, Possum Commandment, Smarty, Citizen. Inside the final furlong, here comes the push. Here comes Tidal Force. And like a tsunami, we are going to absolutely flatten everyone. Just what a closer. What a race. What the hell was that? Just not what I expected to see. Not how I expected to see it. But to be fair, the field parted like the Red Sea. Tidal Force came through and just washed everyone away in front of them, driving for the line. Yeah. Like, More Sweets didn't come up and do much. Aggravation Idea dropped off like crazy. And we're left with horses that I didn't think were amazing coming after us, like Semi-Quiver Eagle. Solid horse, not an amazing horse. I'll watch just in case. And then Jimmy Bull, who hasn't won anything, was 66 to 1, was, fairly low rating. Yeah. That one felt really weird, but I gotta say, I enjoyed the closing. I don't love closers, but when they've just got an abundance of power, you can kind of relax and know that there'll be a charge late on. So it doesn't really matter. But we haven't always seen that from our horses, and it's been a little hit and miss. And so when Tidal Force went so far back into the inside, in a relatively large field, I felt concerned. And then as it opened up and they just plowed down the inside, and I was looking for other horses, like, who's going to be our challengers? Where's More Sweets? Where's this horse? Like, they look like they're coming on. They stopped, and before I know it, we're inside the final furlong, smashing everyone away. Just a really weird race for me. That was a really weird race for me. But at least we've hit 15 wins at Grade 1 level for Tidal Force now. It might be our lowest rated, but it is our highest Grade 1 winner. Which shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be the case, but it is. And it is. So yeah, we're almost exactly 6 years into the future then. Crazy. Crazy. Kara. First leg. The Irish Triple Crown. The Irish 2,000 guineas. We are favourite. We're not the highest rated. And if you take away that last race from Worth Havens, you can see why they're the form horse for sure. I'm coming off the back of a poor run, but we're not much better ourselves. Sure. And yet, Tabian thanks as well. So, tipsters think the Americans are going to come and hit the 1, 2, 3. Cardo's lazy. Prule's carrying condition. Everyone else looks okay. We're moving well, very fit. I'm primed to go. I do kind of feel like this might be our race to win. We do have the first leg of the South African Triple Crown under our belt. Can we do it here in Ireland as well? The Irish 2000 Guineas, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3 rows upon the turf at Curragh. It's over a mile. And Blaze, ridden by Giroux, back again on the inside, off to a decent start. But again, we are not a front runner. We are not a stalker. We like to sit at the back and wait for our moment. Don't love those runs and don't like those runners for this exact reason. We're getting blocked off with Posey in front of us. Now we've had to move to the outside. Now we're having to do works. Preacher and Heavens at the front. Heavens is going for this. And inside now then, the final furlong. Gonna take a miracle for Blaze. Getting blocked off, going towards the back. This field is not bad enough to do that and get up. Looks like we're holding on to fifth. Worth Heavens gonna take this comfortably from Cardo. Tabian Thanks does take third place. Window in fourth. Us off the pace in fifth. We were blocked off, but that's nobody's fault but our own. Carter ran well. Worth Heavens ran well. We were just dead and buried. I don't know why. We went to the back, we got blocked off, dead and buried, and that's not kind of what I wanted. At all. Very disappointing. Very disappointing, but it's going to be a very disappointing place to finish too, on the back of LifeQuest staying unbeaten and getting a grade 1 up to 100 rating. Phenomenal. That's everything we've wanted from LifeQuest. We have. The Futurity is up next. A couple of the races that we can kind of find if they stay at this distance. So, good 2-year-old season underway there. Consuela, very hit and miss. Not quite doing what we want. We have taken the first leg in South Africa, as we said. But everything else this year's kind of been very, very hit and miss. I really don't love it. We got a grade 3, we got a grade 2. And then we got our grade 1 as well. She won the grade 1 at 7 last year. But under us, 3rd, 7th, 7th, win, 4th, 5th. Not amazing. Not amazing. A mile 2, 2 mile 1s. Can understand those. A 7th, a 4th, and a 3rd. The 7th in the Acorn on distance. And now the 5th at the 2000 Guineas in Ireland on distance. Very concerning to me. Don't really love any of that at all. And then, yeah, damage up to 12 grade 1 wins, 130 rated, good horse, but just there's been a little blip here, 3 races in a row, then 2 wins, and just it doesn't work out at Ascot, and then another 2 wins. Don't think we're seeing the full best of that horse. Promise Princess starts with a 3rd this season and then has racked up 5 wins, taking into 13 Group 1 wins, 131 rating, and still got the Japan Cup and, of course, the Arc de Triomphe left to run. Those will be fantastic to see. And Tidal Force, 15 Group 1 wins, only 125 rating. Yasuda Kinen to come, the QE2 to come, the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, the Kranji Mile, and the Hong Kong Mile to finish out some good races there. A chance to hit 20 Group 1 wins. Again, just not amazing in places. 4th in the Windsor Park, 3rd in the Shoemaker. Not sure why in either of those cases. But apart from that this season, there's 6 wins. And some big wins in there too. So, yeah, not the most consistent, but good horses nonetheless. So, we'll see how it plays out. That's for sure. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, all the very best to each and every one of you. Do remember, leave comments, reply to comments, like and subscribe. All that really, really helps out. And we are still pushing for the 1,000. So the more we can do, the quicker we can get there, the better things will be on the channel. But yeah, still got some good races and good seasons. Just a lot of question marks over the inconsistencies of Tidal Force and Damager in races I don't think we should be inconsistent in. Blaze, I feel, should be a lot better than we're seeing run, and I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why. My only thought is that's actually a 7 furlong horse, but we're not being told that when she doesn't win at a mile. And Life Quest is just perfect right now. So, yeah, could just be a very good horse. Who knows? But we'll see you in the next one. I'll see you then. Take care, folks.